I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter. This a maniac is gonna step on whomever. It's time getting live, 'cause I'm gonna make changes. Kicking ass, taking names, cleaning house all the babies. I'm burning out the dead wood, burning down time. This is only my way, so get your ass in They say that I've lost it, but talk me down, and I swear it's gonna cost you. Now I'm back, the boss of you morons, so never count me out as one thing you can count on. Yeah. It's time getting live, 'cause I'm gonna make changes. Kicking ass, taking names, cleaning house all the babies. I'm burning out the dead wood, burning down time. This is only my way, so get your ass in
Oh, happy Wednesday, everybody, and we got a heck of a show here for you on MBL Live. Before we get there, we have our MBL Live pregame show. It's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. We talk about them every week here on MBL Live. They do so much for our entire network. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up Web3KS.com. Let them know MBL sent you. You'll get 15% off your entire order. Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, the Commissioner Bomber. And it's week 17 here in the NBL, and that only means we've got two monumental matchups here. On one side, you're going to see the Jets and the Titans. If the Jets win, they're in the playoffs. If the Jets lose, the Broncos get to back their way in the playoffs. As a big shout out to Colonel Sanders, 94 with the sub. On the other side, it is the NFC East battle for the division. Giants and Cowboys. This rivalry has been brewing, Bomber. These are two phenomenal matches. We love getting to week 17 and having two games that matter. The playoffs will be set after these two, and I'm so excited to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, these games matter. Big league right now. You look at both of these teams, the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. This is playing for a bye week, not just a division home field. This is likely a home field for at least the foreseeable future. This is a big-time game while the other team's going to be traveling on the road throughout the duration of their playoff run. So this is a big-time game for a division that has been won by Z-Star 2 times. It's been won by Cringe, the New York Giants, once. So right now, this is an opportunity for the New York Giants to tie up those divisional wins here in our fourth season of Madden 19.
Before we get to our players to watch, let's let you know what's going on from around the network. Starting off with tomorrow night, playoff season is here. Bomber, we got an episode of the Commissioner Corner podcast going on over at youtube.com/Madden Bomber League, hosted by Bomber and Lip. Bomber, let us know what people can expect from that episode coming up tomorrow night.
All right, playoff season is here. That's what the theme of that entire show is going to be. Do not play any of your playoff games, your wild card games, until after that show. And if you've been contacted to play on NBL Live, on Isolated, we'll send you the message. You know how it works. Don't play until the designated time. I'm excited about this episode. We're going to talk about the playoffs. We're going to give our predictions where we think it should go. We're going to break down some Bleacher Report stuff, and we're even going to dive into some off-season stuff because it's almost bro season here on the NBL Network. So you want to check that out tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on youtube.com/Madden Bomber League.
And if you're joining us for the first time, if you haven't heard, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Bomber League, at NBL Network. We will be having games all throughout the week. Thursday night, we'll have games after Commissioner Corner podcast. Friday night's going to be Building the Franchise, right, Bomber? The last episode of Building the Franchise, Cincinnati Bengals?
Yeah, Cincinnati Bengals. Time is still ETA right now, to be determined as well. We're just looking around trying to figure out the right time. We're going to see exactly where the seeding will fall for the Cincinnati Bengals, if they're going to be the 3 seed in the AFC or the 4 seed, which will dramatically change who they play and the difficulty of their opponent, believe it or not. It's going to be a much different atmosphere. If we're 3 playing a 6, we think we can take the New York Jets to the Denver Broncos. Now, the New England Patriots is a whole nother story. We're going to have to hope and pray at that point. But Friday night, we will have a Building the Franchise final episode. It'll be episode number 6, I believe, for that franchise here with the Cincinnati Bengals, and we'll be announcing the new team we're going to follow in NBL season 37. We'll have that reveal as well. So a lot of things going on the network. We're moving fast and furious right now.
Yep, that'll be over at youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. Friday night, BTF. Saturday night will be divisional round of the playoffs here on Twitch. Sunday night, conference championship doubleheader action. We're going to give those games a little bit of their own space to breathe. So you'll see both games back-to-back here on the network, and then that's all leading up to the Super Bowl for season 36 on Monday night. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live here on Twitch. Go over to YouTube and sub over there as well so you know when we go live over there with our original programming. All right, let's get to what everybody is here to see today. Our matchups today on our NBL Live Super Show, broadcast 270 here on the NBL Network. Let's start out with the New York Jets taking on the Tennessee Titans. And for the Jets, Bomber, a key is going to be Sam Darnold. 91.1 passer rating, 2,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, 20 interceptions for a team that is looking to get in the playoffs, Bomber. These numbers, they're not that impressive, but the Jets are here, and they're finding a way to give themselves a chance on the last week of the season.
It almost seems like it's the same story as last season. The New York Jets were a Week 17 team looking to win and get in, and they just couldn't get it done. I see it happening today primarily because the lack of statistical output for Sam Darnold. 15 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. That doesn't show me, hey, this guy's a playoff-ready quarterback. This is a playoff-ready team. No, it still seems like a quarterback that's in develop. He regressed a little bit this season as well to a 92.5 QBR. This is the 24-year-old Sam Darnold from USC, still trying to find the ropes here in the NBL. So I'm going to say this. Sam Darnold's going to have to ball out tonight. We're going to have to see 4 touchdowns, maybe 1 pick, but 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, 4 touchdowns, a pick. A big game tonight. He's going to have to just show his dominance for me to really, truly believe that these New York Jets aren't just going to be the inevitable one-and-done team if they do win tonight.
Jay Gilly in the chat asks, who does their graphics? That's our graphics guy, Jamie, who comes up with a lot of these. We also have a lot of, some of our stuff has come from our graphic sponsor, web3kiss.com, but this particular graphic, it's to a Jamie. By the way, Bomber, I just realized that right now on camera, I'm wearing 3 generations of NBL merchandise.
Hold on.
I got the NBL hat.
Okay, all right.
I got the track jacket, which is the newest one, and I'm wearing like the yellow original NBL Network shirts. We put
all right,
out.
did you show the shirt? I want to see the shirt. I didn't get a chance to see it. I'm behind a little bit, obviously. Trying to figure out what yellow one you're talking about.
You'll see.
If that's the one with the red lettering on it for the NBLN, is that it?
That's the one.
Oh, gotcha. You're kind of matching. You're kind of awkwardly matching with the red.
Oh yeah,
the red.
It's also like 3XL, so it's way too big, but it's not as big as the shirt that old Josh put on. Shout out to Colby in the chat, hanging out with us
I'm just
tonight.
seeing you showcase it right now. Did you? Hilarious.
Yeah, I have the black one gives as well. On the flip side, for the Tennessee Titans, Adoree Jackson for a season. The Titans kind of want to forget last place in the division, though. Adoree Jackson has been phenomenal. They've re-signed him. This is the guy they want to lead that defense. 8 interceptions, 12 deflections, 6 tackles for loss. Bomber, this Titans team, offensively completely inconsistent, but on the defensive side of the ball, they're always going to force a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. The Titans offensively, you nailed it right on the head right there. They're just not good. Let's be frank about this. They're just not a good offensive team. They rank at the bottom of the league in rushing at 28th. They're only averaging 21 points per game, puts them at 16th. Yards total per game, 18th. Defensively, they can make plays, though. They're really good at stopping the run. Hopefully, they can stop the run tonight and make the New York Jets become one-dimensional, and that's when this defense, such as Adoree Jackson, the 98 overall player, can come out, ball out, make some big-time plays, and they can have an opportunity to win this game because the secondary is very important to the success of this Tennessee Titans team. They can't give up the big play.
On the flip side, battle for the division in the NFC East, Giants and Cowboys. This is one of the great rivalries in the NBL this year. For the New York Giants, how about the job that Lorenzo Carter has done at linebacker? 14.5 sacks from the linebacker position. He also has an interception. Bomber Carter is one of those rare specimens here in the NBL. We see a lot of defensive ends leading their teams in sacks. We see a lot of high numbers from the defensive line, but Carter at outside linebacker, the Giants love sending him after the quarterback and creating havoc in the backfield.
Well, yes, he does have a lot of sacks, but they mainly come from the defensive end position. He is their rush DN. He plays a lot of down linemen in the game, and we'll notice it tonight. We'll point it out when Lorenzo Carter is on the field. You will see him likely in a hybrid set or a nickel set in which he moves from the outside linebacker position of standing up to being a three-down lineman at the defensive end position. So, yes, he's been phenomenal this year, and most of his sacks have came from basically playing that defensive end position, but he's been a phenomenal player for this team. He has a lot of room to grow as well. I mean, he's a 92 overall. He's not getting paid much. He got a big contract coming up, but his sacks have been phenomenal. Let's talk about his sacks throughout the cycle. 15 season 1, that was NBL season 33. Season 34, he had 24 sacks. Season 35, he had 17. And season 36, he's dealt with injury, still managed to get 14 already.
On the flip side, for the Dallas Cowboys, they got a pretty good linebacker of their own in Leighton Vander Esch. 75 tackles, 11 of those for loss. He also has 6 interceptions. Bomb, this Cowboys team, you can sort of get lost when you talk about the offensive side of the ball, how good their offensive line is, how good Zeke Elliott is, how good their wide receivers have been this year. But Leighton Vander Esch has led a defense that has been one of the better performing defenses in the NBL.
Hey, absolutely. They fly around. They make plays. That's what the Dallas Cowboys defense does. It really just... It kind of is their most dominating weapon. I know they have that second leading rushing attack. They're averaging 117 on the ground and pound per game, and they really haven't been too explosive because the injuries that they've had this season. Excuse me, they're 6th in the league at 89.6, but their defense is 2nd in the league in points allowed. 12 points per game allowed, and it's primarily because of the speed they have at the linebacker position, along with the secondary, Byron Jones, Xavier Woods. They're making it happen with Jalen Smith. There's a lot of positive things going on defensively with this team, and I'm excited to see if that trend can continue tonight. Don't forget about DeMarcus Lawrence on the defensive line as well. They get pressure to the quarterback. They can blitz with their linebackers. Their secondary can lock down and cover zeros. This team has a lot of ability to pretty much hybrid themselves and disguise their defenses and still be effective.
So take a look at how our Bleach Report team sees this Super Show matchup going. On one side, everybody going the way of the Jets, except for Cringe. Cringe siding with Shadow and taking the Tennessee Titans. On the flip side, it's a very similar story. Everybody going the way of the Dallas Cowboys. JB, the lone Ranger on the New York Giants side. Looks like Cougs is going to come away with the win this year in the Bleach Report standings, as Draco ended up picking the exact same as Coug, so he can't make up any ground there. But we know it's Week 17 action here in the NBL. Playoffs just around the corner, literally like in a couple hours. Bomber, let's start out with the Titans and the Jets. The Jets need a win to get in the playoffs and get that last wild card spot. If they drop their game today to the Titans, it's going to be the Denver Broncos, one of the surprise teams that had a really nice season. Do the Jets get it done today against the Titans, or are the Broncos going to be dancing at the end of the night?
Well, I like the home field advantage for the New York Jets. The Tennessee Titans aren't playing for anything but pride up to this point. But for me, it's more about, I think the Jets will win, but can the Jets prove to me that they're not just going to be a one-and-done team tonight? I'm going to have to see some production from Sam Darnold. I don't know if it's going to be that much to convince me. I would love to see the Denver Broncos in there. I just don't think it's happening this season. The Jets are at home. They're going to take this one 27-17 over the Tennessee Titans here, Week 17, NBL Season 36.
Also, bold move as I look. Old Sclam has gone with the tout ready up, which is always a bold choice on NBL Live.
He's been that way for like 3 minutes. It definitely is a tout.
It's just a bold move,
finesse move.
Because we already saw Bananas accidentally ready up by dropping his controller. On the flip side, Bomber, it's for the division. It's for all the marbles. It's for bragging rights. And it's for some pretty good playoff seeding. Giants, Cowboys at home. Who comes out on top?
Border in the chat saying unisolated could upset the New York Jets. I think it still could happen, but I'm not leaning that way. As far as the New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, it's just a tale of two evenly matched teams. Dallas got the best of them when they were on the road last time they played. Now the Giants have an opportunity to steal one on the road against Dallas. I just don't think it happens. It's going to be close, though. I'm going to say 31-28. The Dallas Cowboys win with a game-winning field goal at the end of the game. The Cowboys over the Giants are going to get that bye week and be the number 2 seed in the NFC, and that's going to move the New York Giants to a very deadly, deadly wild card team. Don't sleep on them in the playoffs. They can make a dangerous run.
Only one way to find out. Let's set it out. NBL Live 270 is getting underway, folks. Appreciate everybody hanging out for the NBL Live pregame show, but it's game time here on the NBL Network. Coming up next, it's Week 17. It doesn't get bigger than this. Win, and you are in, unless you're the Titans. On one side, Titans and Jets. Other side for the division, it's the Giants and Cowboys. It's all coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition. And you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
NBL Live Super Show action. It is live on broadcast 270 here on the NBL Network. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on a little Hump Day NBL Live action. Playoffs just around the corner. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, the Commissioner. Bomber on the left side of your screen here in the double box. You'll see Tennessee and New York. New York needs a win. Otherwise, the Broncos get into the playoffs on the right side. It's the marquee matchup. It's the one we've had circled the entire season. Giants and Cowboys for the division. Bomber, and my Super Bowl pick is on the line because I took these New York Giants to win the NFC.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. I think this home field advantage for the Giants, if they come away with this win, along with the bye week and the wild card round, I think it just bodes well for this team because that wild card game, though I think they'll win on the road, it's an opportunity to get injured. This is an injury-prone team. We've seen Lorenzo Carter go out, Saquon Barkley go out, Odell Beckham go out. We've even seen the starting quarterback, I'm not even going to mention his name, former Detroit Lion, former Buffalo Bill. He's been injured as well, Josh Allen. So right now, this is an important bye that they might need to get healthy and make a run towards the NFC Championship game or even the Super Bowl.
Saw Big Cap joining us in the chat. Good friend of the network, Cap. Good to see you. You want to see that shirt game? See, I got the OG NBL Network T-shirt, but I got the track jacket on, which is the new stuff, and the hat sort of fell in the middle. So I'm repping a little bit of everything from the NBL Network collection. So big shout out to JB with the sub here on Twitch. If you want to get any of that sweet merchandise, by the way, big shout out to our to CFN Clothing, Came for Nothing Clothing, our clothing sponsor. You can check it out, cfnclothing.com. 2nd and 2 for the Dallas Cowboys on the right side. It's going to be Zeke Elliott trying to find something in the middle. Nice stop on the interior. It's going to force a 3rd down. And on 2nd and 6 for the Titans, he's got a big hole over the left side. He's got some room past midfield. Look at the spin move, but nice patience there. The user holding on. Bomber, it's so easy to get lost and over pursue. That's a harder tackle than I think people realize.
That looked like that left trigger spin right there on the left side. I'd like to see him spin one more time back the other way. Didn't happen, though, but a nice play right there. For an isolated. Big play on the right side here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Corner route to Stills. Missed tackle. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. How about the Cowboys? 3 plays in there on the board. And missed tackles coming back to bite the New York Giants. Bomber, what a punch in the gut. Is a big shout out to Saints. Go, go, go. Now following here on Twitch, Bomber. That's just a huge punch in the gut as we're less than a minute into this game. And the Cowboys look like they're going to be up 7-0.
Yeah, absolutely. The Dallas Cowboys just throw a little corner route, a little flood concept on the right side. Dak Prescott steps into it, lets it rip, and just a bad user tackling from Cringe. We don't get many opportunities to say that. So right now, we're just going to kind of lay it on him. He does the cringe-worthy. That was very cringe-worthy to start this game. Let's see if he can regroup and bounce back here on the first drive of the game here for the New York Giants.
As we'll bounce full screen to Tennessee and New York. You can keep tabs on the Giants and Cowboys game on the small screen, left side. But a big 3rd and 2 now for the Tennessee Titans after that long run from Adams. They're now looking to keep this drive alive. 3rd down and 2, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. That's Curtis Samuel. Look for him on the post route. You know that's where they're going to be looking. It's a shotgun formation as Tennessee is balls out in the other game. It's picked up by the Cowboys and Acosta's into the end zone. So, wow, what a start as a big first down. Tyler Morey with the completion, but how about in the other game? You saw it on the small screen, a fumble. And Bomber, Dallas in this game for the division have come out firing. New York's got to be wondering what's going on.
Yeah, if you're the New York Giants, you have to say, how did we get down 2 scores already? Just 1 missed tackle in open field on a corner route, little flood concept on the right, and then just ball control there for the former, maybe potential free agent, former Detroit Lion, former Buffalo Bill. Is not looking good at the quarterback position for the New York Giants. You got to hold on to the ball and you got to make plays. But I think they'll settle in, calm down, get right back to their ground and pound game, which is Saquon Barkley, heavy early and often.
Yeah, Josh Allen, big fumble there. On the other side, Tyler Morey taking the sack. Boy, Tennessee has had some troubles at the quarterback position. Morey has been hurt. Jared Goff has been inconsistent and hurt at times. 2nd and 21, Morey looks to the wheel route. That's Adams, the halfback, who they love. They absolutely love in Tennessee. He'll get a good chunk of that back, cut it back to a 3rd and 12 as Josh Allen completes the pass. 8 yards on the play. Bomber, what's the mindset of Cringe right now? Down 14-0 in a game that decides whose face gets on the NBL website for the next season.
That is true. MaddenBomberLeague.com. That's our Dad League's webpage. You can check it out. All the division winners will have their face on that screen with the little mark underneath of how many times they've won the division this year, as the Cowboys are going for their 3rd win and the New York Giants are going for their 2nd.
Nice little screen pass to JJ, but it will not get to the first down marker, so Tennessee will settle for a field goal. 2nd and 2 for Josh Allen and the New York Giants. Already down 14-0. We're just over a minute and a half into this game. Quick 3-step drop, little slant route to OBJ. That's incomplete. And Bomber, I mean, again, that play call right there, that throw right there, that just tells me that Cringe is panicking right now. That's not a good throw. That's not a good play call. You should let your big dog eat, and they haven't given Saquon Barkley a touch.
Yeah, really not. And right there, you're going to throw it with Josh Allen. This is a guy you gave up a 1st round and a 2nd round pick for. You got to trust him. Give him a play in which he can drive the ball down the field and use his very strong arm, 99 throw power, to drive it down the field. And right there, they're just not really giving him an opportunity, just trying to slant the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Back to the double box as 3rd and 2 on the right side of your screen for Allen and the Giants. Dropping, looks over to the left side, little corner route, and he completes it. That looks like that was Evan Ingram with the catch. A big 1st down, and Bomber, maybe a play that settles down Cringe. Maybe they'll start handing it off to their workhorse running back.
Yeah, that was a nice throw right there. I expected them to go right back to the ground and pound game, but instead they go with the passing attack once again, showing some faith in the young Josh Allen as he makes the right throw right there. That's a big pickup.
Little spin move and a nice run on 1st down for Dalvin Cook, picked up by the Jets in the offseason, and he has been stellar. They love having him at the rushing attack as Saquon Barkley finally gets a carry, and he's going to pick up 2 yards for the New York Giants. We're in the double box right now. Just to reset everybody, Jets on the left side need a win, and they're in. If they lose, it's going to be the Denver Broncos getting that last wild card spot. On the right side of your screen, that game's just straight up for the division. Giants and Cowboys tied at the top. Winner take all. And they get a little bit of glory with their face on MaddenBomberLeague.com as a run for Dalvin Cook. Not a whole lot there. Robbie Anderson went down away from the play, and you never like to see that with the wide receiver. 2nd down and 8 for the New York Giants. It's going to be a run to the left side with Saquon Barkley. Nothing doing there. Now it sets up a 3rd and 10, and Bomber, I mean, we're not even 3 minutes into this game, and it feels like Dallas may have already won it.
Yeah, I just see like they're jumping ahead, a little bit more energy. Dalvin Cook on the season, he has 16 touchdowns, 886 yards. This was a guy that recently signed a 5-year, $47 million deal with $17 million guaranteed in the offseason to become a New York Jet, and it's worked out pretty well for both sides.
Let's go over to the right side. Look at New York. Big 3rd down and 10. Josh Allen gets clobbered. Down goes Allen.
Oh, he's hurt,
he is hurt. He's holding that leg.
I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Well, they spread him out. They trust their offensive line, and in the words of our very own owner of the New York Jets on the left side of your screen, Adam Sclamberg, I'm pretty sure he just said trustees.
Yeah, it seems like Josh Allen, high ankle sprain, will not be able to return for this game. High ankle sprain is multiple weeks. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But guys, that is not good for your starting quarterback. This is a guy that's been down over 7 times in the first 4 seasons. He has missed games on 7 separate occasions. That is not a good injury history for Josh Allen, the young star quarterback here for the New York Giants.
Oh, Dalvin Cook fighting through tackles, down at the 34, but picks up the first down. 1st and 10 on the right side of your screen. Dak Prescott dropping back to pass on 1st and 10, waiting, looking, nobody open, but he's going to stumble forward and pick up the first down. Bummer, I just got a bad feeling that this game is going to get ugly because Dallas already has the fumble. He gets the stumble animation with Dak Prescott for the first down. It seems like the Z-Star Leprechaun luck is back on the field, and you add in a little bit of talent, and this spells disaster for Cringe and the Giants.
Well, that was a coverage sack, but you only send 3 rushers, and 2 of them are on contain OSU, so it's a passing play. You got no pass rush. That is what happens. New York's going to have to get a little bit more aggressive right now. They're going to have to play a little higher risk for higher reward.
And it looks like they're doing the patented PAFK quick in the first quarter. Play action. Looks across the middle, finds David Njoku down to the 34-yard line. That's a first down. Bomber on the other side. Dalvin Cook's putting on a show in this Tennessee defense. They are not having that sound tackling you like to see from an unisolated run defense. They're inside the red zone as we go full screen to that game.
Yeah, a little too aggressive defensively for the Tennessee Titans, looking for that hit stick too early and often and not just conservatively tackling these halfbacks in the backfield.
The throw underneath is complete, but not a whole lot. Maybe a yard on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. A nice play on the in the New York Dallas game. Zeke Elliott spinning and winning his way to a first down as Zeke tackled in the backfield. 2nd down and 8 for Sam Darnold, and the New York Jets steps up, looks to the little curl route on the right side. Late read there. Bomber can turn dangerous when you're looking that late to a curl route, but it ends up getting completed. It's going to set up a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, you don't want any turnovers right now if you're the New York Jets. Also, guys, if you want to check out some Twitch clips from this game, go to @ClipsNBL on Twitter. They got some really cool clips they've already clipped from our channel. You want to check that out.
2nd and 12 for Dak Prescott on the small screen on the left side. He's going to take off. He's going to get hit as he slides. Not a whole lot there. Good defense by the Giants. And now you got to feel what is a crucial 3rd and 9 and a big 3rd and 5 in our other game. Shotgun formation for Sam Darnold. 2 wide receivers over to the right side. Robbie Anderson in the slot. That is their number 1 target. Dropping back to pass. Blitz picked up nicely. Nobody's on Dalvin Cook. He spins. He's going to walk into the end zone. That looked like Sting pinch zone, and it was indeed. The safety got pulled by something, and at the end of the day, if you don't have a man on the halfback, Bomber, it spells disaster as Dalvin Cook walks into the end zone, and if you're a Jets fan, you got to be a little concerned.
Yeah, on that 3rd down, 3rd and 5, and you're the New York Jets, you're looking around and you're going, okay, do we really trust Sam Darnold here, or are we just going to settle and run for 3? Well, the offensive coordinator says, I'm putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback. He's going to win it or lose it for us tonight. And right there, Sam Darnold makes a nice read and just a blunder defensively for the Tennessee Titans, breaking their zone. Too many people in the middle of the field. They get keyed on that, and then you got a wheel route from the halfback that leaks to the left side. Easy peasy touchdown for the New York Jets.
Yeah, Jets up 7-3, needing that win today. You got to feel good with how the offense went down the field. There wasn't a whole, it was methodical. There weren't really any big plays, but Dalvin Cook on the ground had his way. And then an easy little toss to Dalvin Cook to the left side as we go back to the double box play action pass. And the defense gets there. That is Durant into the game. Bomber, we've seen him a couple times because if there's one thing you can trust with Josh Allen, it's that he will get hurt in the big moments.
Absolutely. He struggles to stay healthy, and that is something that you had to play into a factor when you see the Buffalo Bills get rid of him. Even though they got a king's ransom for the young quarterback, the Lions give him up on literally pennies to the dollar. They get less than half the value they just gave up for him a year earlier. The New York Giants are now in a contract year with Josh Allen. They're looking around and going, you know what, this kid can't stay healthy. How much can he really be worth?
I'll throw over to the right side. Almost picked off. Tyler Moore, the young quarterback for the Titans. This is who owner on Isolated wants. They like Tyler Moore at the helm. They haven't been impressed with Jared Goff. Rumors of Jared Goff going to be a free agent after this year. Big 3rd and 2. Now Giants playing without their quarterback. They're going to hit the end of the first quarter, down 14-0, and have momentarily stopped the bleeding, but they need to pick up here. 2nd down and 10 for the Titans on the left side of your screen. Tyler Morey in the pocket. He's going to take a deep shot left side, one-on-one with Samuel, and a nice defensive play to pry that out of Curtis Samuel's hands. Bomber, every time I watch this Tennessee Titans team and I see Curtis Samuel out there, I ask the question that I think a lot of people ask is on 3rd and 2, Durant, nice little route there. That's a first down for OBJ. I asked the question I think a lot of people ask, which is, how did the Carolina Panthers let Curtis Samuel go?
Yeah, so what happened was the Tennessee Titans had the 10th overall pick a couple seasons ago, and they shipped that away for Curtis Samuel, and it's paid big dividends. Obviously, a top 5 receiver in the NBL so far. He's been phenomenal this season as he just misses a wide-open Curtis Samuel on the run. That's a nice patchwork by EA there. You just, throwing on the run.
Set your feet.
Is a little bit more difficult now.
Little corner route to for the New York Giants. Durant completes that one. Bomber, tell us a little bit about this backup quarterback in New York coming in. He's got to be ready. They had to have worked with him in practice because of how much Josh Allen has been hurting. We've seen him on NBL Live before. He's actually gotten some reps. This isn't a guy who's new to the field.
No, absolutely not. He's been playing for 2 years. He was drafted out of Idaho. He was a 4th-round selection here for the New York Giants. He's had a 110 QBR this season, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and 81.2 as a rookie. He's played pretty well this season. I think he might be the guy. Short accuracy, 87, mid 80, deep 66. He might be someone they feel comfortable with and maintain a passing, at least a presence of passing attack while they're playing with their backup. A lot of teams, you'll see them go into a shell and go to a heavy run. Right now, the New York Giants are going to continue to try to drive the ball down the field. Josh Allen is in the final year of his rookie deal. He's played on 3 teams and still has not gotten an extension offer from the New York Giants. FYI for those out there.
Ooh, big miss there for Sam Darnold after the punt. 5 of 7, 41 yards and a touchdown. Jets up 7-3 in that game in a must-win game. 2nd down and 1 on the right side of your screen for Durant, and the Giants blitz picked up nicely. He's going to take a deep shot left side, and OBJ had a step, and it's just overthrown. That's what Beckham gives you in a one-on-one situation, but Bomber, that under 70 deep accuracy comes into play with Durant.
Yeah, just slightly overthrown right there. Set his feet, stepped into it, ripped it. Just not the accurate quarterback. He's not a starting quarterback. He's a backup. And he's looking like it there, but I would have liked them to run it on that play and just make sure they picked up the first down, as now they're in a 3rd and 1. Anything can happen.
I wonder if we're going to see that screen to Barkley or to Ingram, or just the handoff. Yep, the motion handoff to Barkley. Big hole up the middle, 10, 5, and he's fighting through the tackle to the 4-yard line. 30 yards on that play. Bomber, it's 3rd and 1, and somehow the Giants caught Dallas off guard with that little motion with the tight end. Looks like the screen. They hand it to Barkley. They get inside the 5.
Yeah, you have to worry about the little swing play to the outside on the motion. They use that to their advantage, run a little inside zone. Nice little pitch and catch. Nice little handoff, for the New York Giants. I like the play call there. Misdirection.
You got to think we're going to get a steady dose of Saquon here inside the 5-yard line. 4-6 and counting. Giants need a touchdown. And boy, that fullback literally stepped out of the way of the free safety blitzing. He was like, "Nah, sir, you got this. I don't want to mess with you. Go hit my friend Saquon." It's a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, nothing really happening there. 7-yard line. Maybe they go back to the run. Maybe they trust the arm of Durant underneath. He is 87 short accuracy. Maybe you can trust him in these situations.
Barkley not in the game here on 2nd and goal. Durant dropping back to pass. Looks back at the end zone. Ooh,
Maybe
that
not.
high pass. Here's my question, though, Bomber. We've seen Durant play a couple times. I think we've mentioned it. He's got some pretty good physical attributes, and you don't see them running with him.
No, you really don't. He stays in the pocket. You don't see Josh Allen running too much either with the New York Giants, so you have this ability you're not really taking advantage of. I think we saw Kyle Lauletta run as a New York Giant more than we've seen these other two, and maybe it's a health concern right now. It just doesn't play into this offense anymore.
Well, big 3rd and goal points would certainly be nice, but for New York, the last thing you want to do is take this long drive and have to settle for 3 once you got inside the 10-yard line. Big 3rd down and goal.
Nice pinch by the Cowboys.
Shotgun formation, bunch to the right side. Layman alone on the left side. He takes the snap. Lots of time shed in the middle. High pass to OBJ. And who else would you trust but OBJ with the catch? The high pass at Bomber. That's why he's one of the best wide receivers in the NBL. Comes down with that one. And how huge is it for the Giants to get 6 out of this drive and cut into this Cowboys lead?
Yeah, that's big time right there. Odell Beckham doing something that probably only about 3, maybe 4 other receivers can say they can do in the NBL right now. There's a couple tight ends that can make that play as well. But that was a very big dog catch in traffic. Make the play high pointed. I like what I see so far from Odell Beckham there inside the red zone, kind of bailing out his second-year quarterback, third-year quarterback here in the NBL.
Jamie in the chat saying, hit him with the high pass hitch. We saw that all weekend at the MCS. It's a nice post route there thrown by Tyler Morey to Curtis Samuel. Picking up the first down on 3rd and 10 as we're back in the double box. 2 very close games. Dallas 14-0. They storm out in the first minute. But New York with that drive able to come back and cut into the lead as that's a bad throw. It's picked up by the Giants. And there is life in New York. The Big Apple is around as Danny Trevathan says, give me that, Dak. We're going the other way.
That's just a bad pass from Dak Prescott right there. You got to wonder what he's thinking. This team goes up 14-0, and now they're just handing the game back out to the New York Giants, and they're without their starting quarterback, Josh Allen. Let's see if the Giants can continue this run right here and maybe tie this game up before half.
They get great field position at the 34-yard line. What a huge turnover, and Z's got to be kicking himself after that one. 1st and 10, 3 wide receivers for Durant. It's going to be Saquon Barkley. Hey, good blocking. He's got a first down and more. Breaks the tackle from Woods and gets to the 18-yard line. Saquon, 7 carries, 61 yards, and another first down for the product out of Penn State.
Yeah, Saquon is so good at bouncing outside. He likes to bounce outside and then spin back inside. It seems like the Dallas Cowboys are waiting for that. So what Saquon is doing to kind of adjust to that is he's just continuing his path outside to pick up a couple more yards.
Deep pass down the left side for Morey, and it is complete down to the 35.
Oh,
no, he just dropped it.
Wow.
First
that was a
and
horrible
10.
throw.
It was done. I was like, wow, what a catch if that was. But instead, it's going to set up a 4th and 10, and Tennessee's in trouble as Durant drops back on 1st and 10 for the Giants. Rolling out. He's got some room on the right side. The linebacker's coming after him. He's going to throw it late, and he completes it to the 7-yard line. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down. Bomber playing fast and loose. His toes right on the line, and he's still able to complete it. What downfield vision by Durant.
Yeah, Durant doing a great job. Second season actually getting some minutes on the field, some plays on the field. He gets outside, starts moving. I'm thinking throw on the run, probably not a great idea, especially in this area. Can't turn it over, but he makes a great job setting his feet and making the throw.
Oh, Dalvin just made 3 defenders
he's too
miss.
good. He's too good.
1st and goal for the Giants, though. I formation, Barkley at the top of the I. 2 wide receivers. Going to be a toss play to Saquon. Doesn't have a whole lot of help. What a spin move back inside to get a yard.
A yard on that play.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
That's called turning nothing into something right there. Just gets outside. Looks like a 2-yard loss. At best, he got back to the line of scrimmage. He spins and finds his way forward for a yard. That was a very impressive run there.
That was taking a penny and turning it into a $100 bill. Unbelievable spin move from Saquon as the Giants now facing a 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Should take it down to the 2-minute warning, and they will. And Bomber, a game that has been a tale of 2 quarters. First quarter, all Dallas. Second quarter, it's been all New York. And at the 2-minute warning, I don't think any of us thought that New York would have a chance to tie the game up the way it all started.
No, not at all. They got down 14-0. They lost their quarterback. We're all thinking, okay, this game's over like Rover. But instead, the New York Giants have battled back. They have composure. They're on the road. They're looking like a playoff-ready team. I'm telling you, this is a dangerous team in the playoffs. Whether they get this bye and win this division or not, they're going to be a really tough out in the NFC.
2nd and goal. Durant under center. Bunch 3 to the right side. They're going to toss it to Saquon right into that bunch spin move, but nothing doing there. And maybe a little predictable there. Bomber back-to-back tosses to Barkley. And the Dallas Cowboys, their edge rushers are just too fast. We talked about Leighton Vander Esch in the pregame. He made the tackle on that 2nd down play.
Yeah, they're ready for it. I mean, you're on the right hash, you toss to the left side. You get on the left hash, you toss right back to the right. The Dallas Cowboys say, hey, we've seen this before. This isn't even a book on the Giants that we have. We have a picture book. This is easier to read.
It's a
we
coloring
visually have
book.
seen exactly. We've seen this a multitude of times. We got our guys on contain on the defensive line. Our linebackers know what to do. They're forcing you back inside. Great job containing. He loses a yard there. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7.
As you can see, keep up on Tennessee and New York on the small screen on the left side. New York with the ball up 7-3. Big 3rd and goal. They're going to empty it out for Durant. 5 wide receivers. Minute 40 to go. Dallas used one of their timeouts to stop the clock. They want a chance to score here before the end of the half. Changing the play. Choo-choo the train horn. Audible what you can. 3-man rush from the Cowboys. Steps to the right. Steps to the left. Rolling out to the left side. He's got nobody open. He's just going to chuck that away. That's a smart play by Durant.
Smart decision.
Probably a little late with the throwaway as he took a big hit, but that's a nice throw.
If I'm a Giants fan, I'm watching right now, I'm looking, I'm going, no, throw it away. And he's really taking me on this twisty, turny move outside the pocket that I'm feeling like playmaker up the field. I feel like he's going to make one of these horrible reads right here. Instead, he does a smart thing, throws it away, and cuts a 7-point lead to a 4-point lead. $1:30 left in half. I like what I saw from the New York Giants on that drive. They didn't get too greedy. They took what was in front of them, and they came away with points.
And now it's going to be up to the Giants defense to make sure Dallas doesn't sort of give away the work that the offense just did there. 2nd and 16, lobbing it up left side, has a man. Where was the user going? Unisolated, switched on to that guy and went, hey, man, I'm just going to give you the
So
catch.
there's a guy glued on the halfback there, and he switches on and somehow thinks he's going to the safety, I think. So he's trying to come downhill. Did he not see the guy closest to the ball was the guy right there, could have made a play. Definitely a missed opportunity for the user right there. Bad user.
55 seconds left in that game as we're back in the double box. Play action pass on the right side. Little throw to the left side. That's David Njoku with the catch. Juke move. He's got a little room up to the 40-yard line. As a nice play on the left side. It looks like Byard with that dislocated shoulder out for the Titans defense. But Bomber, David Njoku has come in. Everybody thought he was going to be sort of the upgrade from Will Tye. It's sort of been more of a parallel move for their passing attack.
Yeah, which isn't bad because Will Tye kind of diminished a little bit statistically last season. So far this year, you look at Njoku, 46 catches, 762 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's been solid for them, but they paid him the big bucks for what, OSU? For performance in the playoffs. That's what they need to get over the hump. He's got the pedigree. He's already got 2 championships this cycle coming from Cleveland. Let's see if he can bring that big game pedigree into the Dallas Cowboys culture and get them over the hump. They've been to the Super Bowl twice and came away with nothing so far.
We'll flip over full screen for a moment to New York and Tennessee as New York knocking on the door. 2nd and 9 for Dak Prescott, and he just finds Pettis. A nice throw by Dak Prescott, setting up a 3rd and 3 as Dalvin Cook spin move. 5, he is going to get into the end zone again. Dalvin Cook, Bomber. How did the Minnesota Vikings let a guy with this much talent go? He is eating in the Big Apple.
Yeah, spinning and juking and spinning and spinning and juking. It just seems like he's so slippery. The entire offense has that big playability where you can just kind of West Coast, throw it underneath, and they're going to get you a lot of yards after the catch, and we're seeing that tonight.
3rd down and 3 for the Dallas Cowboys.
Faithful
Huge
play.
3rd and 3, angle route to Zeke Elliott. It is too easy. And Bomber, you'd think for a team that's in their division, they'd realize the angle route was coming on 3rd down.
Yeah, the seam from the tight end angle route, staple play here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Play action pass for Dak Prescott on 1st down. Looks right up the seam to Stills, who makes a tough catch in coverage to the 15-yard line. And now Dallas is rolling. The clock is running. 13 seconds to go. They're going to try to run another play. They want 6 on this drive. As Stills, 2 catches, 90 yards already. Stepping up to the seam. He had Njoku, and I think he went for the high pass there, Bomber, and sailed it. As Dallas now has a choice with 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that right there. He did not need to high pass that throw. It was wide open as they're going to come back out here again. Wow.
6 seconds. It looks like they're going to run the ball with Zeke Elliott. Is that the play they called? Yep, they're going to hand it to Zeke. Spin move down 2 seconds. They're going to take their timeout, kick the field goal. So they were hoping, Bomber, if you're New York Giants, the defense to come out and make a stop and not give up all the work they did off that interception, getting 3 points. Instead, they're going to give it right back, and it looks like we're going to go into halftime with a 7-point game.
And an opportunity for the Giants to tie it up. They're going to get the ball to start this game. As you know, the Cowboys got the ball started off with a 1-play touchdown. Let's see if the New York Giants can battle back out of half, make some adjustments, kind of slow down this offensive powerhouse machine of the Dallas Cowboys and create some more turnovers.
Darcy, I'm saying I don't understand that play call. Here's the only reason that I understand it. You've got New York expecting the pass. If you hand it off to Zeke, 6 seconds left, gets to the end zone.
It's a free play on the ground. Yeah.
The only part that would concern me, Bomber, is any one of those tackle animations where you get in a tackle battle, they fight through it. That uses 3 seconds, and you end up getting no points.
And that would have to be a play that happened because he gained 6 or 7 yards. You know, he would have to eat off 3, and then it would take away 3. I think they were thinking if they ate the 3, they're probably walking into the end zone. Right there, let's see if they can make a play here to start this half.
New York starting with the ball, play action pass for Durant on the right side, lobs it up, right side has a man, it's Odell in the open space. He's to the 30, 25, 20, juke move on Woods, into the red zone to the 17-yard line. The Giants come out firing, and Durant puts it on the money as OBJ, Bomber. How good has he been for the Giants today?
Yeah, the user was just slightly a little too shallow, didn't have enough depth on that crossing route, and you were able to just put some air underneath it and get it right over top to the wide receiver. I like the drop it in the bucket throw there from Durant. He's showing he can make all the throws right now as a backup quarterback for the New York Giants.
First down and 10. Durant in the shotgun four-man rush from the Cowboys. He's looking to the corner out, lobbing it up. Can he get his feet in bounds? He cannot. That was a tight throw, Bomber. Just couldn't put that one in bounds as Ingram did all he could. Instead, it's going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that one he just put some air under it, and he just said, hey, if anybody's going to be able to get to that pass, it's going to be my wide receiver. It was a safe throw with an opportunity for the receiver to make a play. It didn't happen right there, but I like the aggressiveness so far from Durant in the second half. They definitely have changed it up a bit.
Jets rolling out on 2nd and 8. He's going to take a sack as a big play by the Tennessee defense. That game, 14-3. New York on top and pretty much in control as we appreciate everybody tuning into NBL Live Broadcast 270 here on the NBL Network. I am OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Bomber. 2 big games here, Week 17 action. Playoffs start tomorrow night right here. Twitch.tv/NBL Network has a quick pass underneath. Has a man. Gets near the first down marker. Going to come up just short. It's going to set up a huge 3rd and 1, Bomber. You got to think Saquon's getting a touch here.
Yeah, absolutely. Saquon Barkley, it's time. 3rd and 1. We're at the 8-yard line. Things get a lot tighter for the quarterback. You're one of the best halfbacks in the NBL, if not the best. It's got to be a downhill run, maybe an I formation. Hey, they might even go shotgun and do it again and just get some zone blocking, maybe some kind of inside zone concept, and just allow him to pick and choose if he wants to bounce it out or stay inside.
Big 3rd and 1 this game. Giants and Cowboys for the division. The Jets need a win in the other game, or the Broncos are in if the Jets cannot pull out the win today against the Titans. 3rd and 1 for the Giants. It's Saquon. He's got a hole. He's got the first down and more
exactly.
to the 4-yard line, and just beautiful play design there.
Inside zone concept. They gave him the option to go inside or take it outside. It was against the zone rush. He had everything clogged up inside. He easily takes it outside. Just a great head on a swivel awareness job there for Saquon Barkley and doing what he does best, making the right decision and finding a hole.
Now a 1st and goal for the Giants. 3 wide receivers over to the left side. This trips tight end set with Ingram, the lone tight end, on the right side of that formation. It's a handoff to Barkley right up the middle. He'll fight through the tackle to the 2-yard line. Picking up 2, setting up a 2nd and goal. And Bomber, the Giants are 2 yards away from tying up a game that really could not have started out worse.
Yeah, the New York Giants got down 14-0. Since then, they've outscored the Dallas Cowboys 10-3. And if they can get a touchdown here, it'll be a 17-3 kind of flip on the game. And I like what I see from the New York Giants. I still don't feel like the momentum has completely swung completely back to the New York Giants, but this is a good start.
I formation, Beckham out to the left, Logan out to the right, Barkley with the carry, Barkley with a hole, tried to lower the shoulder, but Leighton Vander Esch was sitting there, and he said, no thank you, Saquon, sit down, my friend, as it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Vander Esch and Lawrence holding them to no gain.
Yeah, that was just a nice defensive job by just collapsing on the hole and forcing Saquon to say, hey, I got to run through you. There is no bouncing it outside on this play, and they're going to do it to him again. They're just really going to try to force you to pass the ball here, and the New York Giants do not want to do that.
3 tight ends come out, goal line set, Barkley at the top of the eye. They're going to hand it to the fullback. He gets clobbered in the middle by who else? DeMarcus Lawrence. 4th down, and the Dallas defense holds once again. Bomber, for how good this Giants rushing attack is, they have been pretty inept inside the red zone as they've been stopped twice inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I can explain why. The New York Giants are an outside-dependent running team. They like to get outside. They like to toss the ball. The Cowboys are well aware of that. Once you get inside the 10, if you can just force everything back inside, it's going to make the New York Giants have to second-guess their strategy running the ball. And right there, we've seen it. 3 inside runs is not the forte of this New York Giants defense. Offense, excuse me.
As we'll go full screen to New York and Tennessee as a nice return there for Dallas, setting up the Cowboys with a 4-point lead. But Dalvin Cook has been eaten, and Tennessee has no answer. 2nd and goal. It's a shotgun formation for Darnold in the offense. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right side. Anderson alone on the left side. Toss play. And nowhere to go. Nice pursuit there as that was Darkwa with the carry. He's got 4 carries for no yards. It's been all Dalvin Cook, and now on 3rd and goal, Bomber, you're up 14-3. You need the win to get in the playoffs. You got to think they're going to be pretty conservative with the play call.
Yeah, just go up 17-3. That's 2 scores. The Titans have shown an inept ability to actually drive the ball down the field. They're just pretty much bombing it. It should be easy peasy. Let's get in or toss it right into the end zone. They get stopped at the 1, though. 16 for 106 and a touchdown for Dalvin Cook. Phenomenal, slippery. He's looked like the best running back out of this entire broadcast, believe it or not. And he's playing head-to-head against Zeke Elliott and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, he's been absolutely phenomenal as the kick is up. It's good. That's a 2-score lead for the New York Jets. 2nd down and 3 for the Cowboys. And I don't know who old Z-Star was looking for, but
that
he had
great user defense. You guys who don't use her or are looking to use her more, he comes down, takes away the drag, and then floats back on the secondary route, which was the end. That was a phenomenal user coverage there by Cringe. I like what I saw. Doing a great job there with the linebacker in that yellow on the right side.
Now setting up a 3rd and long, and I don't know if you guys saw, but Zeke Elliott out of the backfield was wide open for a 1st down. Now instead it's a 3rd and 15. Got to think David Njoku is a target here on 3rd down. Shotgun formation. Prescott taking the snap. He's going to look for Njoku. Diving play, though, from the safety. Oh, how did he make the play? That's Collins diving in there,
wow.
Bomber. I don't even know how he physically got his hand in there, but a huge defensive stop. And the Giants are getting the ball back with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, Landon Collins just surprises you every single time you watch him play. He does something out of the ordinary and makes a play, and right there was the play. It's almost head-scratching if you're on the other side. If you're on a New York Giants side of the field and you're a New York Giants fan, you're saying, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of our top players on this team, Landon Collins, 98 overall.
Play action pass for Morey on the left side. Titans looking for anything to go right, and throwing it right to the New York Jets player is not going to be on the list. As 1st and 10 for the Giants with the ball back, 3 tight ends set, and on 1st and 10, it's going to be Saquon Barkley. You see that outside run. Cowboys starting to key in a little bit on it. We've seen good pursuit from the edges right there, Bomber. They seal the edge and only give him 2 yards.
Yeah, nice outside user pursuit as well. On a halfback that's arguably the best in the league, but he has to get outside. If you can force him, if he can get outside and you can force him back inside and just immediately contain him like they're doing right now, it's really going to be tough for this team to move the ball.
3rd and 11 on the left side, 2nd and 8 on the right side. Is Durant dropping back to pass for the Giants? They'll throw underneath to OBJ. Good angle. That was a beautiful angle to the sticks.
And Odell Beckham just kind of turned it up a notch. He just kind of went from 2nd gear to 5th gear right there, just kind of drove it down the field and took an angle to pick up the 1st down, and that's what you need. A lot of times you see wide receivers start dancing, and they don't pick up the 1st down. Right there, he did a phenomenal job angling himself to pick up that 1st down.
Don't forget, guys, as a big shout out to Real DJ Mikey Mike now following here on Twitch. Hit that follow button just like Mikey Mike did, as we've got playoff action all week long. As a nice pass over to the left side, it is complete down to Evan Ingram. We'll have broadcast tomorrow night with wild card action following the Commissioner Corner podcast over on YouTube. And then Saturday night will be divisional round. Sunday night will be a conference championship doubleheader action, and that's all leading up to the Super Bowl for season 36 on Monday night. Don't miss out. Hit that follow button. We want to see you guys here. It's a fun week to be a viewer here on the NBL Network because the playoff action, it is, well, it's like the opposite of what it was in high school for me. It's hot and heavy here on the NBL Network. And don't miss out all of our original programming over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. Commissioner Corner tomorrow night, building the franchise on Friday night. 1st and 10 for the New York Giants on the right side of your screen. Toss play to Saquon Barkley. And once again, the Cowboys doing nice pursuit on the edges, not letting Barkley get loose, only going to pick up 3.
Yeah, that's the 4th toss we've seen from the New York Giants so far. I'm telling you, this is a toss-heavy team, a stretch-heavy team. If you added up the tosses and stretches, I would assume it accounts for probably 70% of the runs for the New York Giants. And the Dallas Cowboys are on it. I mean, when you play this team, you have to use with a linebacker and just pace yourself outside, keep your head on a swivel, and then force him back inside. And Z-Star's done a phenomenal job of that so far in this game.
Durant dropping back on 2nd and 7. Slant route. And another dangerous throw trying to hit Odell Beckham. The coverage was good. The press coverage just slowed up Odell enough, steering into that yellow zone. It's going to set up a 3rd and 7 for the Giants. Let's go full screen to that game, Bombers. This is a pivotal play nearing the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. This is a 3rd and 7 for the New York Giants. They've been driving down the field. And one thing important to watch, they're about 7 yards from field goal range. 44 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. It might be time maybe to run a screenplay here or something that could get you up the field and be a little less aggressive down the field if they struggle to drive the ball down the field once they get past midfield in this game. Maybe something east or west and try to walk upfield might be their best option here.
3rd and 7, shotgun formation for Durant. 3 wide receivers, Beckham alone on the left side, and they're going to take a delay of game. Cringe, if you're out there, wake up, because that's a big 5 yards.
Yeah, you wonder if that was a strategic delay of game. 3rd and 7, they just got on the other side of the field. They've struggled. Now they give themselves a little 5-yard more cushion. Maybe this could be a crossing route here for the New York Giants.
I'm sure that's how Cringe is justifying it to himself. Brilliant strategic play there, Cringe. Taking the 5-yard
Or he's somehow
penalty.
trying to float the game into the 4th quarter in which he can go for it on 4th down.
3rd and 12.
I mean, this is one of the two.
It looks like Cowboys in that cover 3 lock man coverage on Patterson in the slot. 3-man rush. Durant looks over the middle of the field. What a throw and the possession
Dottie,
catch.
baby. That might have been what he's doing. He spaced the field now. It forced D-Star to go into a drop coverage. He runs the cover 3 lock. OSU, you know about that play a lot, and that's where you can get beat on the weak side of that play when they post on the far left and you got the man up on the right side. There's an opportunity and just a kind of a nice gap to throw it into. A great possession catch there for Odell Beckham. Continues to make big plays tonight.
Durant coming in for Josh Allen. He's been stellar so far. It's going to be Saquon Barkley trying to run it up the middle, and Saquon's going to have to take a seat, as that should probably take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. The score in this game, 17-13, Dallas on top, but let's not forget, it was 14-0 Dallas a minute into the game, and New York has done phenomenal comeback in this one. As we'll see if they get one more snap before the end of the half. Logan coming in motion, they will not. That's going to take it to the 4th quarter. Put your 4s up, everybody, as we've got a barn burner for the division. Our other game, by the way, less of a barn burner. The fire in the barn has firmly been put out. The firefighters did a great job, as Tennessee is who we thought they were, Bomber. Just not talented as this New York Jets team.
Yeah, and actually it was a good season for Tennessee. I mean, all things considered, with as bad as they played, I mean, they're sitting right there almost at a 500 ball club. They're sitting at 7-8 right now. I'm not too mad at it. They're going to finish 7-9 like the Jacksonville Jaguars did. It's not worse in their division. I like what I saw from the Tennessee Titans this season for what they have on the field. This is just not a very talented team.
And they also are broke. Play action pass
for
Durant.
They're worse than broke. I mean, broke is when you don't have any money. When you owe that kind of
bankrupt.
Money, you're bankrupt. You don't have anything. Yeah.
They're at the part of Monopoly where you're just not having fun anymore.
No, where you're making deals with people that
hey man,
won't get you.
What if I gave you 7 of my properties for $50 and a hug? Let me run that by you.
Free rides. Did y'all do free rides?
Oh yeah, you got to do the free rents. I want 5 free rents on your property because seriously, I have no money.
And how late are we playing to, man? Because for this to recoup you and actually give you a chance to get back in the game, it's going to be like another day and a half here.
Big 3rd and 3 now for the Giants. Durant dropping back, rolling to the right side. Nobody open. He's going to roll to the left side. Oh, a little float to the left side. How about that throw to Evan Ingram? Bomber, I have been so impressed with Cringe and his work on the buttons. It's not all bullet passes. You're seeing the touch pass, the high pass, and right there, a little floater over to the left side as the Giants pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, he gets outside, and if you're a Giants fan, you know you're down 4, but you're okay with 3 right now because your defense has looked pretty good in the second half. You're rolling outside. You go, come on, Durant. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't throw it. And then he drops a nice little pass to the left side, finding his number 1 tight end target, Evan Ingram.
Dalvin Cook, by the way, 22 carries, 138 yards for the New York Jets on the left side of your screen. We're going to stay full screen with Giants and Dallas. As Giants are in business, Barkley's going in motion. They're going to throw it out to him quickly.
Good
blocking on the edge. Saquon, walk yourself into the end zone. The Giants have reclaimed the lead here in Dallas. The Cowboys are shook as it was 14-0. The Cowboys were already planting their division banner, and Cringe says, not so fast, my friend.
They've been outscored 20-3 since the first 2 minutes in the first quarter. Can you believe the comeback we've seen from the New York Giants with their backup quarterback Durant in there? No, it's not Kevin, but he does have a little snake in him because when he gets outside, he's slithering outside of the pocket. He's been phenomenal today. I like what I've seen.
Here's all I'm saying. If the New York Giants win an NBL Super Bowl, you might see Kevin Durant on that team. I'm going to be like, hey, I better get over to that winning team over there. It's 2017, New York on top. The Dallas, 14 points. It was a corner route with a missed tackle. Big broken play there that went to the end zone. And then, then it was a scoop and score off of a Josh Allen fumble. Not in the game anymore after the injury. So really, the Cowboys offense hasn't done anything spectacular. And on the flip side, the New York Jets, by the way, on the left side of your screen here in the double box have been, it's been painful to watch. But look at it. Minute 52, they're already under the 2-minute warning Tennessee's used all their timeouts. It's a quick throw underneath for Hearns, and the Giants' defense is ripping the ball out, and Bomber, they're feeling confident in New York. Cringe wants his beautiful mug on MaddenBomberLeague.com.
Yeah, he sure does. For the second time, we might have to see that just square-faced, aggressive-looking face on MaddenBomberLeague.com because he's looking like he's going to be the NFC East Division Champion here for NBL Season 36.
But Dallas has plenty of time. 5:12 to go. Shotgun formation for Prescott. Looks to the little slant route to Allen Hearns, trying to rip that ball away. He'll be just shy of the first down marker. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Bomber, a guy whose name we really haven't mentioned today. Where's Zeke Elliott been?
Yeah, he hasn't been anywhere. Maybe they're saving him for the playoffs, but this is a big-time game. I remember last season when they were the number 1 seed, they talked about how important it was to have home field advantage in the playoffs. This year, it just seems like they don't have that, and they're struggling. They're going to struggle right now if they don't have home field in the playoffs. At least that's what their concern was last season.
As we will stick with the Giants and Dallas to the conclusion, it looks like New York is about to wrap up their wild card berth. Deep pass over the middle. It's overthrown,
no.
and it's picked off as Reed picks off Dak Prescott, the second pick, and that one all on Dak as he had Pettis on the little double move and straight up missed him in New York. With 4:46 to go, Bomber has a chance to put this bad boy away.
They just gained the lead less than a minute ago, and now they're in an opportunity to extend this 3-point lead and potentially make it a 2-score game. The Dallas Cowboys have other plans, though, as they're going to come out real aggressive here on this 1st and 10. Let's take a look at this New York Giants comeback, though. Where did it all begin? It started with an Odell Beckham high pass in the back of the end zone, a couple bad passes from Dak Prescott. That's his 2nd interception of the game. OSU, did you expect this kind of collapse from the Dallas Cowboys?
No. I mean, did I expect it? No, because it was less about did I expect the collapse from the Cowboys as a deep pass looking down the field for the Titans and a nice throw there from Morey. It was less about the Cowboys, more about I didn't know if the Giants had enough fight for them to come back. But, Bomber, I mean, as that one almost picked off by a Woozy. Here's the thing about the Dallas Cowboys, though. We talked about Z-Star. We talked about how he's a top 5 owner in the NBL. He's done a great job at winning a lot of NFC championships, but if there's a guy I'm looking at, what a catch on the left side. Unnicely just throwing it up, and I'm just impressed.
If you can catch the ball in triple coverage, you might be a Tennessee Titans wide receiver because you're going to get opportunities to do it. If that's your skill set, there's an opportunity for you in Tennessee because they're going to utilize you to the best of your ability because they're chunking into the traffic a lot this game.
But here's the thing about Z-Star. If I had a gun to my head, did he just run out of bounds? He almost did. Gun to my head as a deep throw up the middle and nice completion on 3rd down. If somebody was like, hey, I need you to pick somebody to win a big game right now for your life. Z-Star ain't at the top of my list because the problem is he's won a lot of NFC championships, but where are the rings? Because he has lost and not just lost pretty badly in Super Bowls, even after some NFC championships.
Yeah, in the 2 Super Bowls he won against the Detroit Lions as New York Giants look like they're going to run a read option here.
Finally! Durant!
Oh, he's gone, baby.
Durant down inside the 20 to the 19. We've been begging for him to run, and he did. Made one man miss and got inside the red zone with 3:39 and counting.
I love the setup there and going into the read option. Just another dynamic that this New York Giants offense has pretty much untapped this entire game, and now they actually go to it and catches the Cowboys off guard. If you look at the games in which the G-Star won as the Cleveland Browns, it was a heavy interception game on both sides of the team. There's no real dominating, convincing Super Bowl win just yet for this team. Could be coming this year. I wouldn't count them out completely, and they can make a big play.
As Durant strip sack, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. They get what they're looking for is Acosta's 2nd fumble recovery. The first one went to the house. The second one saved the Cowboys from even a bigger deficit.
And it's funny how that happens. You start talking down on the Dallas Cowboys, then the defense comes up and makes a big play. Now, can they use that to spark some kind of offensive resurgence and get them on the board here potentially to take the game and take the win?
And that's the thing. I mean, again, it's no disrespect, but you look at a guy like Z-Star, we saw some of his runs with the Cleveland Browns, and he got very fortunate a lot of times. There were many games we walked away from NBL Live going, he was not the better team on the field, but he got some breaks. In this cycle, we saw him run through the NFC and get absolutely demolished to an embarrassing effect against Bananas Browns. That's my problem, is that I just don't know if I still don't trust Z and this Dallas Cowboys team to win the big game until they do. Once they do it, at that point, it's sort of a show me moment. You've proven it to me. But so far this cycle, he's done a great job at winning the NFC, but just hasn't won the big game.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys have to figure it out here on this final drive.
Handoff over the left side goes nowhere.
I don't know about that play calling. I mean,
by the way,
2nd and 8, why run the ball in that situation? It just shows the lack of trust for Dak. I understand it's 4-down territory right now. There's 2:30 left in the game, 2:40 left. You got to make a play. Watch for David Njoku on this wheel right here on the right side.
By the way, it is official. The New York Jets will be the final wild card team as they defeat the Titans in resounding and completely boring fashion. 20-3. Congrats, and Bomber. Yeah. Let's just the elephant in the room. Let's point out that this AFC East was by far the worst division the first season of this cycle. And now last year they got in 2 playoff teams, or 3 playoff teams. This year they're getting in 2 playoff teams. Is it possible this AFC East might be a challenge for the best division in the NBL?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they're having 3 people make the playoffs. That's a huge feat. I want to say the most parity in the league, though, would have to probably go to the NFC South, with all 4 teams winning the division in the first 4 seasons. I don't think anybody's really talked about that as well. But the top teams, as far as making the playoffs, the AFC East, yeah, it's definitely something to look at and go, wow, that division has really turned around.
Yeah, big congratulations to Sklam and the New York Jets. They will represent the AFC as their second wild card. That division won by the New England Patriots, but dislocated shoulders are not more than a game injury. Sklam, have you played Madden before? Have you played this game?
Yeah, I think dislocated shoulder is just a game.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not.
Dislocated elbow, that's multiple. That's like 6 to 8.
Shoulders, I've had shoulders be more than a game. I've had shoulders be 3 games. I've had shoulders be 5 games. Elbows are for sure, but yeah, well, I've had it be multiple games. 2nd and 14. Listen, if there's 2 people that knows a little bit about injury, it's the 2 guys on this call, because I'm really good at filling up that injury report. I think I'm gonna fire my world class trainer, Bomber. I think he's not doing his job.
Yeah, I usually have like a okay one, like the, what is it, good?
Good, yeah, the good regression. Unfortunately, all there is bad.
Left, yeah. I wouldn't go bad. Even if you feel it ain't working, bad's probably way worse.
I don't know, man. Well,
try it out for us. Let us know.
I'll let you know.
The only thing you're going to be left with is, hey, I told you I was right, or misery. I don't think it's worth the risk.
Well, the only thing I'm going to be left with is, hey, I was right, or hey, it's the exact same as last year. 2nd and 11, Dak Prescott lobbing up to the corner route to Stills.
That's a tough throw.
And he made the catch at the 9-yard line. There is no way. There's no physical possibility that Stills got his feet in bounds. Yeah, what a throw over there, Bomber.
It's got a challenge. Oh, it's in less under 2 minutes. Okay. Yep.
Bring it back. Bring it. I personally
see. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, we talked about challenge system. That right there is cool at the end when it does that, because it kind of looked like it could have been a catch, but it really couldn't have been a catch, right? That's what you start thinking.
Big 3rd and 11. How conservative will the Cowboys be? Down 3. Little drag route to Allen Hurns. Great tackle on the left side. And New York will take the timeout. So 49-yard field goal to tie the game up, Bomber. This one is huge. From the left hash mark, we've seen some missed kicks the way of Dallas. Ooh, this one, a slight push. Will it stay in? Yes, it will. It is right down the middle. 20-20 the score, Bomber, but New York 2 timeouts and a chance to win the game.
I think this is the chance for the New York Giants to throw that interception. Durant's gotten away with a lot of throws out of the pocket on the run. This is a backup quarterback in a big-time game right now. It might kind of hit him right here. He might go, you know what? This is a big game. Hopefully, it doesn't really just affect this play right now, but 20-20, this could be an interception here for the Dallas Cowboys. or the New York Giants throw it to Odell and get a big play and get in the field goal range.
Let me know, guys, in the chat. 45 seconds left. Who's going to come away with the win in this game? Hashtag Giants, hashtag Cowboys. Let me know what you guys think. With 45 seconds left, the backup quarterback who has played phenomenally in place of the injured Josh Allen. It is Durant at quarterback, 2 wide receivers over the left side, 2 tight ends, 1 on each side of that formation. Saquon Barkley on his right hip. Blitz picked up nicely, little angle route to Barkley. Not a whole lot there. Good tackle by Van Der Esch. Bomber, a very conservative first down call.
Yeah, that was just something to get a confidence throw for Durant. He just turned the ball over on the last drive. They should have been in field goal range. They probably would have won this. They were in field goal range. They would have won this game. He turned the ball over on a fumble. They're just trying to get him some confidence, a little angle route to the number 1 halfback in the NBL.
I didn't know hashtag tie was a choice, but they're calling for it in the chat. Durant on 2nd and 6. Steps over to the right side. He is sacked by Irving. Not a whole lot there with 18 seconds left. It's running down, and Bomber, looks like we're going to maybe go to overtime. The Giants might just try to chuck one up to Odell, see if he can make a play.
Yeah, that might be what we see right now. Remember, 66 deep accuracy. Let's see if this burns them right now.
They're looking deep down the field. Though. I don't know if Odell even gets a catch. They're going to have time to do anything. Durant in the shotgun, 3rd and 11. He's going to chuck it up. Why not? It's an overthrow. 2 seconds left. 4th down and 11. They're going to have to punt this bad boy away.
I'd just go for it at this point. There's 2 seconds left.
Tie ball game? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Run something that takes a while.
I'll just hand the ball off. By the time you fall, it's going to be headed to overtime. I had a feeling this game was going into overtime. When he was just driving up the field, I said, this just seems like he's going to get a field goal here. And I don't see the Giants doing anything too risky on this final drive, especially against the clock that was less than a minute.
Just got to make sure there's none of that strip, sack, fumble animation. Nope, they're just going to hand it to Barkley, let him run it up the middle, see if he can make a play. He breaks one tackle, doesn't break the other. Guys, tweet it out. Let your friends know. Let your family know. Let everybody know. We got overtime here on NBL Live 270 for the division. The NFC East is up for grabs. It's been a barn burner so far, and it looks like the Giants are going to get the ball to start the game, or start the overtime period. Boy, Bomber, what a game we've had. It back and forth. It looked like it was going to be all Dallas. Then it ends up being New York coming back. Dallas leads that last drive to tie it up. And now the Giants get the ball to start overtime. My question for you is, how surprised are you both teams went into at the end of the 4th quarter with 5 total timeouts in their pocket?
It worked out for the Cowboys because the clock milked down long enough, and the Giants didn't burn any timeouts on that last drive to save them really any time to drive down the field. They were thinking if we can get a big play, maybe we burn a timeout, and then we're in field goal range. The Dallas Cowboys held on to theirs. Yeah, I'm a little surprised right now, but it worked in the favor of the Cowboys, who I predicted to win this game in a close one. I believe I said 31-28, still 3-point game. I still think that's the way it's going to go.
1st down and 10. Durant looks over to the out route on the right side. Oh, dangerous throw. Why are you running the timing route? Why make that your first throw of overtime?
Yeah, you have to watch those outward breaking routes with a backup quarterback because you have to bullet those. You have to throw those. Those have to be precise. They have to be timed. I don't like that. I like inward breaking routes with this type of quarterback or some type of crossing route. Or if it's an outward breaking out, you got to put some air underneath it right there. That was none of that. It was definitely a risky throw there for Durant.
2nd down and 10, shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side. Logan alone on the right side. Ingram, look for him. A huge target for this offense. It's going to be a little draw play to Saquon Barkley. An instant shot over the middle, and Saquon Barkley drives through the tackle. It gets to the 35 to cut it to a 3rd and 4 Bomber. That might be the toughest run we've seen from Saquon today.
Yeah, that might have helped him here. 3rd and 4. They can stay balanced attack here. They don't have to drive it down the field. What I noticed was there was a press on the left side with Odell Beckham one-on-one, and it looked like the safety was inching down. He was going to inch down into a yellow zone. That would have been one-on-one down the sideline. That could have been our ball game right there. But instead, the New York Giants elect to run the ball. I was thinking they might take a shot there on 2nd and 10, but they were more interested in picking up some more yards.
By the way, I think it was Rick Flair in the chat says, who wins the division if they tie? It is the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are right now 5-0 in the division. The Giants have 2 interdivision losses, so a tie here. Dallas gets that Z-Star face on the MaddenBomberLeague.com front page as a timeout taken by New York. 3rd and 4 Bomber. Put your mind in the head of Cringe. What are you looking for here on 3rd and short?
If I'm Cringe, I might even run the ball. I mean, he's got Saquon Barkley. He could run a little inside zone concept here. I don't like that there's 6, 7 in the box right now. That might change my idea of it, but they're bunched. Watch Odell on the left side, maybe on a double move.
Looks like Dallas going to be sending a three-man rush. Bunch to the right side. Beckham alone on the left side. Barkley on his left hip. It is Durant in at quarterback, 3rd and 4. Dropping back to pass. On 3rd down. Steps up. Looks over the field. Has a man. It's Odell once again. All the way across the field to the 39-yard line. Durant once again makes a big throw. 14-23 in this game, Bomber. When he didn't start it, it was Josh Allen who started the game. The backup has come in, and he has delivered for the Big Apple.
Yeah, what a game for Durant. I mean, Josh Allen hasn't been healthy the entire year. Didn't look particularly great when he was in the game early in this game. Durant has really solidified himself as a big-time player here on NBL Live Broadcast 270.
For the division, 1st and 10. Shotgun formation
Watch
for
the
Durant.
left side.
3 wide receivers. Beckham looks one-on-one. This is a cover 0 blitz. It looks like Dallas is going to send. As the clock is running down, Barkley on his left, Montgomery on his right. And it looks like it's going to be Saquon with the carry. Oh, boy, that could have been dangerous. A huge tackle as Barkley looking to get to the 2nd level. Instead, he is brought down after a 2-yard gain. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, a little handoff on the outside zone. It looks like Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Odell Beckham's been pressed up and pretty much disrespected in this overtime. Let's see if the New York Giants decide to take a shot down the left sideline.
Ooh, look at those 2 linebackers in the middle. They have to get across the field, especially that one on the left side. He's got to get all the way over to that pink zone. 2nd and 8. Durant dropping back. Durant looking for his man, and that's going to go out of bounds. Beckham had a step, but Durant gave nobody a chance to catch that one. Now on 3rd and 8, 2:01 to go, and looking for another big play from the backup quarterback.
And it gets tough when you get tight past the 50-yard line. The New York Giants passing attack has really struggled. Why? Because those crossing routes across the field do not have the same type of space that they have when they're at midfield or back on their own side of the field. So right now, the New York Giants might have to get creative here, maybe potentially run it and just take the 3.
3rd and 8. Giants don't want to turn over here. Once again, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left side. Saquon Barkley on the left hip of Durant. Again, for the NFC East division, it's going to be Durant throwing forward on 3rd and 8. Dropping back, rolling to the left side. Oh, he's out of field goal range. He takes a sack at the 50-yard line. The biggest bonehead move you can make in that situation. Bomber is taking a sack and pulling your team out of a chance to win the game.
Yeah, I don't know about that play call right there. I was really thinking maybe they just run it here. They didn't do it. Man, just a tough decision by the backup quarterback. As you punt it now, and it's going to be a touchback.
Choking. What's cringeworthy about that? Why take? What is the thought there? And we've seen a couple times on NBL
Dallas
Live.
could just need this game out. Essentially, get one
Take
first
the
down,
division.
knee it out, take the tie, take the division, take the bye week. You don't have to win this game if you're Dallas. You can actually tie. There's a strategy to that.
Play action pass for Dak Prescott. Takes the sack. Carter with his first sack of the day. 1:40 and counting. New York has 1 timeout. Do you think Z knows that he wins the division if he ties? Think Z's watching?
He's listening. I
think,
I think he should really think about just running this ball here and then running it again. Maybe you don't want to make any bad decisions inside of this field goal range, but tying the game is a win for you. It's definitely not a loss, and it will win you the division. So it's a win-win across the board for the Dallas Cowboys.
AB in the chat saying, welcome to the Choke Artist Club. 2nd and 19. Prescott looking over the middle of the field. Oh, it's a bad throw! It's picked off! It's Danny Trevathan!
Again!
Oh, Bomber, big game Z-Star. Where is he? Because he hasn't been around in a while. The Giants lining up to set up to kick the game-winning field goal. Dallas using one of their timeouts to ice the kicker. Bomber Z-Star with the ultimate choke throw.
Yeah, I don't understand that. At this point in the game, I'm looking at the New York Giants defense, and I'm thinking, wow, you guys came out and made another big-time play once again to get down the field. Just a phenomenal job.
Yeah, now New York, after the timeout taken to ice them, they're just going to run the ball here. You got to think conservative ball carrier is on. Well, inside read there for Saquon, 1:10 and counting. I think you come out in field goal range here. Make him use that last time out. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's still iced. That's right.
Yeah, they fixed that.
Middle of the hash marks. Clock running down. Kick is up. The New York Giants are your season 36 NFC East champions. Bomber with the ultimate choke. The pick in OT when Z-Star, all he had to do was lay down and let that clock run out.
Yeah, and that was the second time this game that we saw Danny Trevathan. He was a free agent. They just recently scooped up the New York Giants, that is, and he comes up big, makes another big play. They're going to finish 13-3. The Dallas Cowboys are going to finish 12-4. That's going to throw them into the wild card, and it's going to get really interesting in this wild card matchup in the NFC side of the ball.
So let's set this up for the folks at home as what an unbelievable I mean, there's no word for it. That's just a choke. It's a straight up choke. Poor time management at the end of the game. Unbelievably poor play calling. Man, oh man, what an unbelievable finish to that game. So let's set this up. Wild card round again starting tomorrow night here after Commissioner Corner's podcast, Bomber. That's going off at 7 o'clock Eastern time, correct, over on YouTube?
Absolutely. Yes.
On the AFC side, your two wild card games, it's going to be I believe it will be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets. That's going to be on BTF, correct? Friday night?
I think so. Friday night I don't know what time, though. We don't know the time yet for building the franchise. It's going to be the final episode of the Cincinnati Bengals building the franchise. They're going to reveal who we're going to be following for NBL season 37.
And then Colts and Patriots, the other wild card game on the NFC side. It's going to be the Carolina Panthers, the 3 seed. They will take on the Chicago Bears. And then it sets up a Seattle Seahawks, Dallas Cowboys first round matchup. Pretty good wild card matchups, Bomber. Wait.
Seattle Seahawks aren't in the playoffs.
Oh, sorry, Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants.
No, not New York Giants.
And the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, so Cowboys.
We're about to
and
advance
Cardinals.
right now. We're going to know exactly what it is. AFC, I don't know how it's going to seed. If the Bengals are going to be 3 seed or Colts are going to be 4 seed. Do you know how that one's going to play out?
I can tell you in 2 seconds. Once it there we go. Let's see. The Bengals were no. They're tied in conference. Daddy Leagues has them listed like they have them Bengals then Colts, and they haven't moved. Until it's Bengals and Colts. But we'll know in a little bit. But that looks like the tentative matchups. That's what we'll go with. Here's what we do know. The Chiefs and Dolphins, they're going to be sitting at home being real happy they're not playing Wild Card Weekend. How about by the way, Bomber, how about the New York Giants with their win to get today? Not only do they win the division, it looks like they're going to have a first round bye, which is a huge thing not to have to play on Wild Card Weekend.
Who's that, the Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what this game was about, having that bye, especially with a team that's injured right now. Are you on the Xbox right now by chance? I'm curious the injury linked on Josh Allen.
Anyone is there?
Yeah, if anybody's on right now for the advance, you can put it in the chat. I just wanted to know that before we got off the air, how long that high ankle sprain was actually going to be for Josh Allen in this Giants team.
The Steel Ball Run says, when is Wild Card Weekend? Tomorrow night, right here, twitch.tv/MBL Network. Don't miss it. We're going to have a Super Show action here following Commissioner Corner podcast over on YouTube. That's going to be tomorrow night. Divisional round will be Saturday night because Friday night we'll have building the franchise Cincinnati Bengals. They will play their game sometime that night or afternoon. And then Saturday night with divisional, Sunday night conference championship doubleheader, and then Monday night will be the Super Bowl. Colonel Sanders 94 says, I see no injury on the Giants. High ankle sprain.
Okay,
He's
so
cleared.
I guess high ankle sprain for Josh Allen. He's got the metallic ankle. I guess he doesn't have to worry about that.
Eric G let us know it's going to be Bengals versus Pats. So it will be Bengals, Patriots, Colts, Jets.
Oh, wow.
Boy, that's 2 really good AFC games. I'm excited
absolutely.
to see Luke Poe facing that New England Patriots Gub defense.
And Luke Poe's been struggling. They've been driving the ball down the field really aggressively in the last final weeks. They haven't looked good at all. And what better of a wake-up call in the playoffs than to play the New England Patriots? One thing in their favor, though, they're going to have home field advantage.
Well, what an NBL Live Broadcast 270. We love these Week 17 matchups, and we got the action as a huge win for the New York Giants. His cringe's face will be going off on MaddenBomberLeague.com. Make sure you hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. We're going to start off wildcard action tomorrow night. Let everybody know it's playoffs here in the NBL, and it gets exciting. We're going to get out of here, rest up for a huge week of NBL Live, and all of our original programming here on the NBL Network. For my co-host Bomber, I am OSU. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to NBL Live Broadcast 270. We'll see you tomorrow night for playoff time here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.